win. So let's take a look at the other heavyweight clash on the card, Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakole. Now this is a really interesting matchup. I was really shocked to see Jared Anderson's team picked out Martin Bakole, because Martin Bakole is a problem for anybody. I've seen him in the flesh, 300 pounds, really awkward, really tough. And the sparring stories about him knocking out Dubois and Usyk and all these other fighters, he seems like the boogeyman of the division. But Jared Anderson is supposed to be the next superstar of America and world boxing. Really, he should be beating people like Bakole. But I think like it is very early for Jared Anderson. And also, Bakole poses a much different threat to what Jared Anderson has seen before. He's 300 pounds. Jared Anderson is 250 pounds. So there's 50 pounds of difference. But the main thing is what is Jared Anderson used to? Jared Anderson's average last 9 opponents weighed in at 235 pounds. Some of the fighters that is boxed have been under 220 pounds. Suddenly, he's got a big guy in front of him, 300 pounds. And somebody that is able to absorb punishment. His work against Carlos Takam, he was just literally just sitting against the ropes, taking some shots, riding some shots, and then just boom, countered and burst into action. Jared Anderson's last fight against Riyad Murray finished in a 10-round points decision. So he can go the distance. He averaged between 50 and 60 punches per round, which is really high for a heavyweight. However, his opponent, Murray, recorded a record low in terms of the amount of punches thrown in a 10-round contest. He only threw, on average, 14 punches per round and only landed 3.4 punches per round. Even though Anderson's punch output was quite high, he was coming up against somebody that was really, really negative, not looking to counter, not looking to really win the fight. And also Jared Anderson, 2 out of his last 3 fights, when he's stepping up in terms of competition, hasn't ended in knockout. And also, his fight where he did get the stoppage against Rodchenko, that was no knockdown. It was literally stopping the guy on his feet. So has Jared Anderson got the power to meet 1, the bigger guys, and 2, higher competition? Biggest test to do that is against somebody who's 300 pounds, who is really tough, and really awkward. So in this fight, I can see Jared Anderson having a lot of success very early on, Bakole taking his time, potentially absorbing and riding some shots on the ropes, being really stationary, but using his strength to his advantage, looking to rough up Anderson, making it quite close, similar to what he did against Carlos Takam, and landing them counter punches, start breaking Anderson down. And I think like it's going to be a really interesting fight if this goes past rounds 5 and 6, because Anderson will expend a lot of energy, but also Bakole might take a lot of damage, and also going into them later rounds being 300 pounds will be quite tough. Expect anything to happen after rounds 5 or 6, potentially a stoppage either for Anderson or stoppage for Bakole. But again, it's a really, really interesting fight. Okay guys, so that's the end of this pre-fight breakdown for the Terence Crawford versus Israil Madrimov fight, and also the heavyweight clashes that are on the card as well. I can't wait for this card. If you've got any thoughts about any of the fights that I've mentioned, any of the predictions that I've mentioned as well, also leave your prediction in the comment box below. How do you see the fights going down? Do you think that Crawford will be too much for Madrimov, or do you think Madrimov is going to cause the upset? What do you think to Andy Ruiz Jr.? His inactivity, can he rewind the clock and beat Big Baby Miller? And also Jared Anderson, is he the future star of the heavyweight division, or is Martin Bakole going to derail his journey? Let me know in the comment box below, and if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so don't miss out on any future content coming from Boxing Science. Thank you very much guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you on the next video of Boxing Science.